What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of Space Hulk Ascension. I think we're probably gonna do... I mean, the only reason we went to this other campaign was to level up for a little while, which, by the way, we need to do that right this second. So he got 4 for 4th rank. That's cool. He got Living Lightning. The thing about Living Lightning that I've found is you can only... Yeah, it creates a lightning chain with 4 tiles. Target survival chance increases as more targets are hit. And so the more people you hit, the less chance it is going to kill them. It costs 8 psi cost, though, so you will never use this ability. Like, I hate to tell you, but this ability will more than likely never get used unless you level up the... I think maybe... I don't know if there's a stat that you can do that'll actually increase his chances. Or increase his psychic abilities. I don't actually think there is. And so what I would recommend is we just go for another weapon skill, because honestly, if things get close enough to you in this game, it's game over anyways. The new guy that they gave us, Axel. And so we've got Axel in all of his Streets of Rage glory. He's grown a little beard, and he's got a little bit balder since the last time. He's also more of a redhead than I remember. But what we want to do with him is we absolutely want to give him more AP so that he can properly cover us as we escape. So I'll probably go with something like that. He should have... he should have a lot of AP. He should have a ton of AP. Because if you start with 2, so he's got 5, he's got 6 AP, so he should be killing it right now. Stigner did not level up. Kettle did not level up. Eviar is a new guy. Eviar sounds like a water bottle company or something. Like, drink Eviar and feel good for the rest of your day. Let's see. I'll probably go with agility with him. And I'd actually more than likely prefer to have him with a little bit more ballistic skill. And then we'll raise his toughness too, just in case he gets run up on at some point. Just make himself a little bit more... I don't think any of these guys need to be low. Oh, he does. Well, damn. Let's go ahead and do that then. Actually, I'll probably just save his points so that when he hits rank 4, he'll have 6 instead. And then we can allocate those. Actually, I don't think that helps him that much. Maybe we'll just go for a little bit more melee skill. Make it so that he has like a better chance of surviving if he gets into a punch-up. This guy's rank 3. At rank 4, we can start to use the assault cannon, but once again, I heard that the developers nerfed it, and so once again, the assault cannon, people are saying on the forums, is totally useless by comparison to the flamethrower. They could just be blowing smoke. I'm not really sure. Blowing fire or blowing bullets, whatever it is that their weapon does. He's got Living Lightning. There's really no point equipping this. Like, I find Rune of Command to be a lot more useful. This one right here, he doesn't even have enough psi to make that work, so... That's just my opinion, is that you can equip it, I guess, but it's not going to be usable because you start with 6 psi, as I recall. And so let me... Oh, yeah, God, he's still using the axe skill. Let's give him... Let's go with Door Breacher. Can you just, like, walk through doors with that one? I wonder if that's what it does. Allows you just walk through door. I guess you can take Psi Booster, which gives him plus 5 Psi points, which means that he could technically use it like 1 time. I suppose. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that useful of an ability, though. It says that it's got a lower chance to kill things that go through the electricity, so I don't really trust it. These guys, you definitely don't want them to have these trashy abilities. Once again, when it gives you the default loadout, it's always terrible. What I've done is I've put everybody with this one right here, because you almost never make a first shot anyways. It's almost universally that you have to make a second shot, and so with this, if you're doing sustained fire, it increases the chance you'll hit. And so typically what you see is you have like a 9 or a 10% chance on the first shot. You have a 60 on the second, so that raises it to 70, which is actually fairly substantial. If I had to gamble my life on 60% versus 70%, I'd probably go, you guys haven't earned faces yet. You guys put your helmets on. Until you do something awesome like Stigner. You guys are just replacement bodies. That's all you are right now. They're like, that's kind of offensive, sir. I really, really object to being labeled as disposable before we've even been on the battlefield. I am a Terminator. I am a Terminator. I've made it this far. I'm like, yeah, well, you ain't made it this far yet. This is your first deployment, brother Eviar. Oh, it's ER. Ew, okay, you're Eeyore from now on. Alright, let's do search and destroy. Oh no, it's for everybody. Hold on, let me redo everybody's loadout then. His skills, we're gonna give him, what is this? Tear and Rend. Chance to hit with, oh, they nerfed the lightning claw, so there's no point on that one. Chance to hit with a sword is plus 5%. Hell yeah! That sounds good. The sword is pretty dope anyways. I think I ran the numbers and the sword has like a 91% chance to defend, I think. It's really, really hard to run through a character that has himself. What is this? Reinforced greaves? Why? Sometimes I confuse myself with the choices that I've made on some of these characters. He's level 1? Oh, swap him out with somebody who doesn't suck. Hold on. Yeah, swap him out. Trigvi, sorry, man. You're terrible. Wait, who is it? Thjostjolf. Sorry, man. You gotta go. You have got to go. No, he's first rank too. Where's the other guy? Onund. There we go. Onund sounds awesome. Put Onund in there. There we go. Onund. Yeah. See, this guy's actually got a chance of surviving. Wow. Wow, his stats are really bad for 3rd rank. How is that possible? How are his stats that terrible for a 3rd rank? That's like impossible. That means that he's just got like deleted points. Oh, well, never mind. We'll take a 1st rank with us. Throstjolf, get back in the squad. I'm sorry. Like, good. I hoped you would apologize. I feel sort of shitty about what you said about me. I mean, you're still dog meat if I leave you back behind, but this is going to be a search and destroy mission. This should be nice and easy. Hit the wrong button. I've actually played this mission in like 38 different ways. Seriously, they recycle this mission so much in this game. And so basically, while the Spearhead drives onwards into the heart of the alien swarm, the squads covering the flanks have their own battles to fight. To prevent the Genestealers from breaking through and attacking the Vanguard from the rear, hit the foul aliens and scour them from this area with, or of the Space Hulk. If I smote them with the Space Hulk, that would be really, really impressive. Yeah, they actually copied and pasted this. This is the same mission you get with the... I'm pretty sure they copied and pasted this mission. Almost positive. The deployment looks very, very similar. That'd be kind of disappointing if that's what they did, so... I'll put these guys up here. In my experience with this level, you get hit more along this front than you do on the top one, and so I'd rather have my A-team on the bottom. Actually, I need you right there, homie. Sorry. I deployed you in the wrong spot, and thus, I wasted a whole bunch of my A-pizzles. We need this bulkhead open. Please don't fail me. I forgot to give them all chain fists too, damn it. Alright.
Squad deployed. Clear a path.
Okay. There we go. That's precisely where I wanted them. You want to take a shot at the door, right? Oh, you're going to take a shot at that door. Okay. Why not? Who am I to argue? If you want to shoot a door, man. The world is your giant, mutated, evil Xeno oyster. So do whatever you feel is necessary. And so the way I like to play this is I usually take a guy right here. We'll open this off. There is a spawn down here, so be careful about walking too far down the hallway because it will totally suck for you. It will not work out. It will be the worst day ever for this particular Space Marine. I'm going to go with Burst Fire on this. It was worth a shot. A literal shot. It was worth a try. And we'll put Luden right here just as kind of like a backup guy just in case everything else fails. He's like, gee, thanks. Thank you for putting all of your faith in me. I appreciate it. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Not one tiny bit. There's a reason you should deploy your center guy with a sword, and I will explain that in just a second. You want this spot right here to be the guy with the sword. Seriously. Don't question it, just let it happen. Just let it happen. Put the guy with the sword right here, otherwise I can promise you will regret it. I am regretting you existing. Can you please shoot the door? He's like, it's hot, it's moving around. I drank a lot of beer before I came on this mission. That's what we do. Have you ever, like, read anything with the Space Wolves? We drink a lot of beer. Like, seriously, it's amazing that we get anywhere. Like, that's pretty much all that we do. We just drink, like, 5 times a day. I mean, and I'm not talking, like, 5 individual beers a day. I'm talking, like, we hit the bar, seriously, like, 5 times a day. Like, right about the time your buzz starts to fall off, then we go back in. I mean, definitely keep the drink away from Goril, though. That guy cannot be trusted with a drink in his glass. Stigna. Stigna. I'm going to put you up here. And he's standing in the doorway, unfortunately. So we're going to have to shoot this door open, too. I shoot at you. It's a stationary object, Stigner. He's like, I've got one eye. Give me a break here. You've got to give me, like, some kind of a bonus or something. I've got an eye out. Could you make a shot the first time with no depth perception? Great, so stop kind of making fun of me. I'm spraying and praying as best I can, alright? And so we'll leave him right now, and then we'll do the same thing in this room. And if everything goes according to plan, we should not have to move anybody this entire time. This should actually be, we should be able to hold this positioning. Well, I'll have to move him by 1 square, but this is it. We should be able to just kill all the Genestealers like this. The strategy will become apparent in a moment. Let's go. Onward, onward, in the name of the Emperor. Oh no, they actually came from that direction first. Surprising. Stigner, guess what your job is? Additionally, guess what, Thostjolf? You are now the Stigner of your group, because I put you in Stigner position. I'm starting to designate dangerous jobs as, like, held by Stigner. It's Stigner position. Take up Stigner position. Stigner formation! There's a treasure chest over there. It's not worth your time. Don't waste your time on treasure chests in this game. It's utterly pointless. Don't bother. The treasure chests, like 90% of the time, don't have anything good in them anyways, and like 10% of the time, there's nothing in them at all. So I don't even bother with them anymore. They need to put like equipable weapons and stuff in them before I'll start risking my life after them. But thus far, I've actually gotten nothing out of a chest aside from like passive buffs for the next mission. I'm just like, no thanks. See, this is the one that killed my... It says he has 6 AP. Oh, I still think they cheated in the last episode. I counted. I'd like to think that I've got a solid grasp on counting at this point in my life. If you miss 4 shots before he gets to you, Stigner, I may revoke your privileges. I may stop calling the squad. I may stop referring to other people as the squad Stigner. How about, oh, okay, he likes his position. He's like, whoa, don't joke about that, man. This is all I have in the entire world. If you take that from me, where do I go from here? Now, on this mission, there are going to be a couple of problems. Oh, shnikes. And so that's why we leave this guy right here. And then we do Zeus, because in the next turn, we're all gonna die if we don't do this. And so that's pretty much the plan. Anytime things get too hairy in this hallway, guess what we do with Harry in the hallway? We fire flamethrowers down the hall. Sometimes we step forward and fire flamethrowers down the hall. The reason is thus, if any of the sucky guys gets to right here, that's right, we're fighting special Tyranids at this point because I'm pretty sure the game uses auto-leveling. We're fighting special Tyranids now. There's going to be ones that blow up like boomers, except that their bile kills you instantly. It doesn't like make more zombies come. And then the second thing is that we have these little Cthulhu-looking guys with facey sucky things, and they can grab you from 5 squares away and like kill you instantly. And so if they can get to 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, if they can get to here, we die. That's it. Like, and that's why you always put the guy with the sword front and center in this room right here, is because if he gets sucked in, he has the best chance of resisting. So just keep that in mind. All things to think about. I actually kind of wish I could flame that out a little better. Let's try again. Let's put our A game on this. And then we can back him back into the corner.
They are close.
Awesome. So let's go ahead, just turn on the Megadeth. I know you're gonna do it. Wait, I can't shoot into the This game's obnoxious obsession with not allowing me to fire through flames is really, really impeding my badassery right now. It's very, very tough for me to do badass things if you won't allow me to shoot through fire. That's like basic awesomeness 101. Like, rule number 1, don't look at fire. Number 2, don't address the fire. Don't point at it. Don't draw anyone's attention to it. 3, shoot through the fire at enemies unknown. And at that point, you are so ridiculously awesome that that's it. Oh, they're a little bit piled up in there. Oh, that's because I forgot to shoot down the bulkhead. Ooh. I may have made a boo-boo. He's shooting the flamethrower right into the side of his friend's head. It's like, oh my god, that feels so amazing. It kind of tingles. I like it. I wonder if it's exfoliating. That feels great. Here, point it. Go ahead. Get the right side of my chin, not the left. God, how hard is it? Left versus right. Blow the right side of my chin with fire. Do it right now. They actually have a pretty good mass of dudes up in that hallway. There we go. They broke the door down. That leaves us in a little bit of better position. Like, that saves me a tiny bit of trouble. Not like a huge amount, but some. We actually may have to just, like, weather the storm right here. It's not something that I want to do. Like, it seems kind of risky, but actually I could do this. I thought he was going to take like a free shot, right? I like how he walks. He's like, hold on, guys. I've got this. I've got the flamethrower. Just let me try. I think I can handle this. Oh, wow. We flooded that entire hall. Somebody's getting a promotion. Somebody's going to get his medal of I made the shots. In the world of Warhammer 40k, there are very few accolades or medals that are quite as well thought of as the medal of I made shots. I mean, they fight over it. Space Marines are like, oh my god, did you see that they gave Moneus the medal of I made shots? I mean, frankly, the guy is probably like a 6th string. He's got to be at least a 3rd string shooter at best. And yet at the same time, they continue to glorify him. Why would they do that? Do they want the rest of us to feel worthless? I think that I should get some kind of booby prize for just like being here. You know, whatever happened to giving out trophies for participation? Whatever happened to that? I always felt like that was a good practice. It helped keep the kids' self-confidence moving along. Come now. Seriously, a medal of I made the shots to the guy that just kind of like, his weapon shoots everything in the room. You don't even have to aim it. I mean, come on. Along with the medal of I made the shots is a special bolter which actually comes with an iPod rack on the side. If you've got like a Zune or something, you're pretty much shit out of luck. By this point in history, Bill Gates' company has pretty much run everything. Oh good, he burned to death. I feel good about that. And so we'll back him into his spot again. What? Don't initiate an attack right now. I have given no such order. No attack order was given. Hold your... No, don't... Okay, maybe I should have phrased that better. Now everybody's holding their groins. Stop that. You all don't have genitals. What are you guarding? Yeah, you guys don't know that? The space... It's never been touched on by Games Workshop, but... It's assumed anyways through genetic modification that the Space Marines don't have any genitals. It's assumed anyways. Like they don't breed with anything. They're made to kill. That's not their function. Breeding's not what they do. We've got hive worlds for that where all kinds of frisky guardsmen and just, you know, normal cockney individuals just kind of, I don't know, fornicate all day or something. It's called a hive world. That's what they're known for. I assume that's what they do all day in a hive. That's what I would hope I would get to do all day in a hive world. That's... I mean, I may be crossing some... You missed? Please don't let them in the room. Please. I'm really worried about this room down here. Like, seriously. I'm actually kind of worried about it. Oh, good. They killed everything in that hallway. I feel better. Down here becomes the real question. Like, if one of those little sucky face one gets all the way down the hall, we are in deep, deep shite. Oh, shit. Okay, so they filed in right behind him. And so now what we do is we say, oh, hello, little Genestealer. How would you like me to help you? It looks like you just took a shower. Let me help you dry your hair. Or remove it entirely. Drying, removing entirely, it's all the same. Be careful. Occasionally, like, the unthinkable will happen. Occasionally, the unthinkable will happen, and you'll have one of the sucky face ones in here, and he will grab your guy and suck him into the fire. I have seen it happen before. It was the most bro move that I have ever seen in my life. That Tyrannid was serious. Like, he was my hero for like the next 3 hours afterwards. I was like, that Tyrannid totally degaff. He just gave... He's like, nope, everybody's going with me. If I die, everybody dies. He was just not having it. Stiggy, how you doing up here, man? You holding it tight? Like, well, you know, I'm still missing an eye, but aside from that, that's why the Emperor saw fit to give me 2, I suppose. Oh, really? They flooded this corridor, too. Well, then. Let's apply some flames to them. Medium spicy style? We like to flavor the Promethium. We like to flavor it in... There's spicy nacho Promethium. There is avocado Promethium. There's new book Promethium. They all have their own distinct smell. Every single one of the Space Marines, I think new book is pretty much their favorite. They said it reminds them of new sigils. New purity seals. They said it's the exact same thing. Like, you can really smell the ink when you fire. It's here. Shoot that next to. Hold on. Shoot that next to my nose for a second. It's like, just like a little tiny pip of fire. Like, yes, it smells like new book. It definitely smells like new book. I like it. That used to be my favorite thing when I was a kid. Like new video game manuals. Like you stick your face in them right after you buy the game and just be like. I actually do that with board game manuals too. I don't know what it is about the ink they use. It's probably carcinogenic with my luck. That sounded a little bit like a Broodlord. They do all make distinct sounds. Oh, good. Look at this guy up here. He's taking inspiration from Stigner. Nice job, man. You stopped that one from getting to Stigner. You're my guy right now. You're New Stigner. I might even rename you. I might rename you New Stigner. Of course, that sort of implies that he's old Stigner, and that might kind of set him off. Every now and again, he seems to get grumpy about his age. I don't know. He's old. Space Marines are bored like half the time, especially the ones that you put up inside the dreadnoughts. Oh my god, are they bored. They don't even know what to do with their time. I think we're about to get hit pretty hard. I don't see anything right now. Either way. This is one of those jolly old missions where I get to sit around and just like shoot the shit with all of you because we don't really have to do anything. Like, you only really have to adapt. Where are we getting shot at? Oh, down here. Okay. We should be able to smoke a ton of these guys before they get down the hallway. I think this is going to be like a 40-minute episode of just sitting here wasting Tyranids. They have no chance of getting to us. Whenever they force you to be immobile in this game, that's where the Terminators actually really shine. That's one of the few advantages they actually have, is that while stationary, they're like indestructible. It's when you force them to move around and kind of scramble around, you force them to basically get outside their boxy-ass armor, that they tend to become, well, I mean, they tend to become quite inefficient at everything. He's only got 2. God, you guys with your terrible agility. Come on now. You all are killing me. Killing me at the moment. Utterly killing me with your terrible AP allocations. They're like, well, technically I came from the factory that way. If you've got a complaint, you can file it with Games Workshop. I mean, I doubt they'll get back to you. They're too busy, like, roasting human flesh over fires and counting their money, but, you know, you could try, I suppose. I mean, it's worth a shot. We're in pretty good shape right now. What's that shiny green thing? Looks like it's pumping chaos fluids all over the place. It's warp dust. That's where half of our squads keep disappearing to. There's like, woo, warp dust. Getting themselves all jazzed up on that green. Is it green or is it purple? I don't remember. You don't see warp dust actually that often in Warhammer 40k. You see it a lot in Warhammer Fantasy. In Warhammer Fantasy, like, every evil race just sits around snorting warp dust all day like a bunch of crackheads. Especially the Skaven. Especially the Skaven. Speaking of which, did you all enjoy Mordheim? Was Mordheim something you guys enjoyed? Because that game is dope. I cannot wait for that game to be done. Even the tech demo, I'm like, oh, this game is going to be so sick when it finishes. I'm really excited about Mordheim. Like, Mordheim... No! Oh, it's a Broodlord. It's a Broodlord. Alright, so we have problems. We have very real... Like, not existential, like serious, like, oh shit, runaway problems. Luckily, he's down here, so I'm going to step Stiggy Poo back. And we'll Overwatch. That's actually never happened on this mission before. I'm not sure. Does he have... Oh, he hasn't been shot yet either. If you take a look at the bottom right, he's got a ton... Like, seriously, a ton of HP. Like, he has so much HP. It's almost absurd how much HP he has. You have 3 AP remaining? Yeah, take a shot. Why not? Oh, you missed, man. You had one job. You had one job, partner. That's all you had to do. Well, I guess get ready, because this is gonna suck. He's got a lot of HP, and additionally, they're actually quite spry and hard to hit for their size. They're also immune to flamethrowers. So that's fun. That's an enjoyable feature. And that's one for the record books. So yeah, I mean, they might not be immune to fire, but I've shot them with flamethrowers like 100 times, and it doesn't seem to do anything. It really does not seem to accomplish much. They don't like landmines, though, so if you've got the landmines, you can use those on them. Did I forget to tell you there's landmines now? Yeah, there are landmines now. Oh! Librarian just killed himself a Broodlord all by his lonesome. That one's coming after Stiggy. Oh, he wasted it! He wasted it! Stiggy, I love you. Unfortunately, they couldn't get that one, though. This may get a little iffy. This may get a little wild. You got 2 HP left? Yep, this is gonna get hectic. This is gonna get really hectic. How come he lost? Oh, with a burst? So we're like 50-50ing it right now? Oh, man. This is gonna suck. Sorry, new Stigner. At the moment, the Broodlords are overpowered as hell, as you might have noticed. They are not fun to deal with. So now, I actually need to solve a problem. What is that right there? Is that just one of the Rending Claws ones? Scything Talons, whatever the hell they're called. Yeah, he's gonna die. He's gonna die real bad. You basically, Broodlords are just like owned. Like, that's basically all there is to it. They just own the shit out of you. It's unfortunate that the game decided to spawn one, actually, because they are kind of bullshit, as you just saw. Like, they suck. They actually need to have their dodge chance lowered. It's a giant thing that fills up the entire hallway. How did you miss it? Explain this to me. Look how big that thing is. It's like 12 feet tall. How do you miss that? Somehow he managed. Somehow he managed. Over here on this side. And if you don't make your shots, he's going to kill all of us. So I really, really, really need you to make your shots, please. But yeah, the Broodlords are kind of bullshit right now. They need a little bit of tuning. Their dodge chance is just too high. That's all that it is. They move slow. They have a lot of HP, but they dodge like everything. It's actually sort of ridiculous. There's no reason he should have a 50% chance to dodge at his size. It's just like, maybe that's just me being gripey, but I think that guy may have gotten real lucky, though. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to help right here. I wish that there was. But there's like nothing I can do. I can't get Stigner into position. Sorry, new Stigner. Bad day to be you. Yeah, there we go. Finally wasted him. Finally wasted him. What's going on down here? Is that one of the sucky ones? I hope it's not one of the sucky ones here. Destroy, burn here. That's one thing that I've always disliked about Space Hulk and continue to dislike is just the RNG that's involved in it. You guys know, I've complained about XCOM and things before, and that's why I don't play game. This is kind of an exception because it's Warhammer 40k, and I get all kinds of sloppy and hot and bothered for 40k, but believe me, if I had to choose between playing this and playing like a new Dawn of War game, I would way rather play Dawn of War. Because anything with RNG in it just drives me crazy. Like, he shouldn't... You know how many shots he missed on that Broodlord before it got to him? It's just like, oh my god, really? Really? Come on, man. Worst luck on earth. And so now what we need to do is I gotta shift this guy into new Stigner's position. Probably should have backed up a little better. I put them in a little bit closer so that they can crossfire kind of into these corners, but I think from now on if I play another mission, they copy and paste this mission like a couple times. If I play this map again, I'll probably stay back a bit further and just not take my chances. Are you guys all... with these big missions, I always get a little bit... Like, I forget to do things. And so... I try to go through and make sure that I've done everything. Down here, he went and set everything on fire, so we're perfectly fine down here. At least it wasn't real Stigner. That's the part. And he's back to Stigner now. He's not old Stigner anymore. So he was old Stigner for like 10 minutes. He was upset about it, but it's over quickly. Calm down. Genestealer movement. Okay, so they wasted another genie over there. We only killed one genie on that turn? My killiness feels like it's... There's the flesh hook right there. That's the one that grabs you and drags you. Oh, he's the worst. That guy. That guy's getting flamethrowered right this second. I'm not even going to take the chance. He's too close for comfort already. Flamethrower. Bathe in fire, bitch. I feel like Space Marines would say that a lot. Like, they don't do it in the lore, but if I had a flamethrower and Terminator armor, I would have a hard time not just being like, eat flame, bitch. Like, I would have to at one point or another. Like, I would have to. It's almost required. Hopefully we don't get any more Broodlords, because god, those things suck. It seems like the AI, I don't know, it goes mission to mission too, so I'm very cautious about making that proclamation. But it seems like the Broodlords cost a greater point allocation, but the second that I say that, on the mission that I'm stuck on in the Space Wolves campaign, they've seriously spawned 3 Broodlords in one turn, along with like 5 or 6 other little random variants, and it's just like too much to handle.
The machine spirits have answered, my friend.
Are you on? Oh wow, okay, you're not even on Overwatch. Good for you, man. Be on Overwatch right now. You overachiever, you. You overachiever, you. The iPod mounted bolter is one of those things that, once again, it causes a little bit of... It causes some arguments among the troops. If I can burn people with lightning, can I do that? How do I burn people with lightning? He's pretty far away, though. Can you hit him with that? Does it work like that? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on that. There we go. Stigner got him. You can change the color of the Tyranids, by the way, if you prefer different variants of Tyranids. They have like 5 or 6 different color variants. I don't really follow Tyranids, so I don't know any of the major like hives, but... Okay, we've got enough fuel left over there that we can start flaming out. I mean, we can basically flame out things at a drop of a hat. Once I found out that you actually get like refills for your flamethrower, I was like, oh, well then I'm just going to use flamethrower all the time. Forget it. So, anytime they get too close for comfort where there might be some ambiguity as to whether they're going to make it to us or not, I just burn them out at this point. Forget it. The flamethrower guys like these missions because they actually get to survive them. It's when I put flamethrower guys in motion that they tend to like not make it. Come back with like a piece of a helmet, and that's usually all that's left. Like, things did not go so well for Moneus on the last mission. Like, holy shit, did you see how much... I didn't even think anybody had that much blood inside him. It was like a fountain of cranberry juice. That was ridiculous. There were guts everywhere. It was kind of crazy. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to need some serious eye bleach for that later on. I'm going to go on the internet and find some kitten pictures. I'll see you guys later. I don't think there's actually that many NIDs left. They should go through a respawning phase, I think. But who knows anymore? I don't know how anything works. Well, that one didn't end inside. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, you got him with the first shot, man. That's good. You only had 1 shot left and you took him out. Your weapon hasn't failed you. Its designer failed it. You would think that a gun like that would be... I mean, if we can build unbreakable guns in the year like 1950... When was the AK-47 invented? Anyways, if we can invent guns of that quality... like never break and never tarnish, you'd think by like the 40,000th millennia we would be able to like, or the 40th millennia or whatever it is, you'd think that by then we would have had ballistics design down. Then again, these people are kind of backwards. They're sort of like medieval. They're pretty superstitious. They are like medieval citizens of a horrible, horrible grimdark world, just armed with way more weaponry than they ever should be. It's weird that it all gets replaced so quickly too. That's what always bugged me about the books. Is like they always talk about how precious everything is, but like Marines die all over the place, and yet they never replace like a suit of armor like ever. I don't know. I know they have the warp thingies on them that warp it back to the ship, but that's only with Terminator armor. With normal Space Marine armor, ooh, he made it. That's one of the upgraded ones too. That's one of the sexified Tyranids. That's one of the Tyranids that got himself some extra hops. He enjoys, I don't know, he enjoys that IPA type stuff. He's like, oh my god, it's so bitter. He loves that sort of thing. He's really, really into it. Me, I'm more of like a, oh, I don't know, I enjoy a good stout every now and again. I really do find a stout to be an amazingly relaxing drink, especially in like a cold winter evening. Stouts are very delicious. I enjoy them. Porters, I definitely like porters. I'll put away a porter. I enjoy amber ales. I like red ales, but I'm just not an IPA person. It always every IPA I've ever tasted, it's just like sucking on an orange's butthole or something. It's just the worst, most citric sort of nasty, bitter but sour at the same time flavor. It tastes rotten to me. I don't know what it is. It's nasty though. It's real nasty. Not a fan. This is not to speak disparagingly of those among you who may enjoy IPAs, but And it's not even the bitterness, because obviously like porters and stouts and things have their own like real full-bodied flavor. Like they're very, very aggressive, strong beers. But for whatever it is with IPAs, I don't like them. I just don't like them. That's like all my friends drink too. Like every time somebody comes over, just a big old giant, whatever the hell those things are called. Please don't suck him in. Okay, good. That song is going to clean up on the Imperial radio stations. Please don't suck me in. It's going to be popular. I can tell you that right now. Hold on. Just take a shot at him. No, shoot him with lightning. No, that costs like 8 AP though. I want to use lightning by the end of this level. I just keep forgetting about it. I need like a bigger mass of enemies before I can do it though. There we go. Get out of my hallway. That's another very, very popular Space Marine hymn. Get out of my hallway. It's the Emperor's. It's in parentheses though. The it's the Emperor's part is in parentheses, obviously. Is everybody all like reloaded and ready to go? Like all my linchpin people anyways? Stiggy, you alright? I look out for Stigner because I like him. It's not really because I care about his position at all. There we go. Onward! Maybe if it's like the last Tyranid that makes it through, I'll lightning bolt him or something. But your weapon has failed you. That's only because you failed at aiming, man. It's a bad carpenter that blames his tools. It's a bad carpenter that blames his tools. I mean, granted, your gun has broken like 50 times during this thing, but if you hit them on the first shot, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You see what I mean? Yada da boo boo? Alright. So stick with me here. I don't know if Space Marines know East Bay slang. Maybe not. Maybe not. It seems unlikely. It seems increasingly unlikely that these sons of Fenris would know these sorts of things, but maybe they do. Who knows? Maybe they're hip as hell. You don't know. Maybe they know all the cool handshakes and stuff. Don't you hate that though, when you go in for like a handshake and then somebody tries to like pound it, or you go in to pound it and then they like try and handshake you and you're just like, ah, why? That's why I just go, I'm aggressive now. I get super aggressive about it. I just go pound people first. That's what it comes down to. You got to assert yourself. I call it fist bump dominance. You got to get in there and just do it first. The guy that decides, you got to be the decider. You got to be the guy. You got to be the one that decides what handshake goes. You make the other guy feel awkward. You be like, whatever. We're doing a pound. I'm coming in hard with that thing. I see your hand out. I'm coming in with the pound. Overruled. Overruled. Oh, that's the worst. Especially if you're in a group of like 5 people and they all see you both be like, not sure what to do with your hand. Oh, I hate that so much. It's these weird social interactions. That's what it is. Every time I have social interaction, weird things happen. That's why I avoid it. That's why I stay the hell away. Shoot some more Tyranids. These levels are total shooting galleries. Like, you really don't even... God, the frame rate in this game. The frame rate. You gonna kill him, or you gonna let him come all... I mean, you can let him come all the way down the hallway if you want. It's your life. I'd prefer that you level up a little bit further. I would also like to use Living Lightning on somebody, so, you know, maybe we can make that happen. Did you get him? I think that's one of the ones with extra HP. What's going on over here? More shootingness? Okay. I actually like the librarians over the sergeants. I don't think there's any reason to take a sergeant over a librarian aside from the combi bolter. But the combi bolter is like so high level that it's just like, okay, you're never going to make it to that thing. You got to play this game a lot to get to like level 10 or whatever it is you need for the combi bolter. And I read that you can only shoot it once. I heard that like the plasma launcher on the bottom, or also you can get a combi flamer. I heard it only has 1 bullet, and so it's just kind of like one of those last ditch, just like, oh, we're all going to die type activities. What is this? It's a flesh hook. Okay, so he's got to go. So the flesh hook we cannot allow to be right here. If he takes 1 step, we all gonna die. Well, we all not gonna die. Ask might though. Axel. I love this guy's name. I'm not gonna ignore the N on the end. I'm gonna say that it's silent because it makes my life easier. A flamethrower really sort of just takes the challenge out of everything, doesn't it? It's sort of just kind of just like, spray and pray. Taking spray and pray to a whole new level, I suppose, considering these guys are kind of like monastic warriors. They might be monastic, but they know how to get monasty on them weekends. You've never witnessed a debacle like a Space Marine weekend, believe me. It gets a little wild. Please burn to death. If you suck me into the fire like your compatriot did when I played a mission, I will be so upset with you. I mean, I will applaud you silently, but I will also be upset with you. Alright, well... With 14 Genestealers left, I can't imagine they're going to muster up much of an offensive to really kind of stop us, so... just in case they come out at the end with like a bunch of Broodlords or something. Frankly, I think the problem with the Broodlords is that they like really optimize the chance that you're gonna get unlucky, and that's what Space Hulk really is. Space Hulk is you just trying not to be unlucky for as long as possible. Like, you want to maximize the amount of rolls your opponent makes while minimizing the amount of rolls that you have to make, or something like that. I don't know. Either way. Is that one of the flesh hooks? Here, unjam your bolter. There you go. A rending claw. I'm probably still going to flush this out with fire. Actually, this seems like a good time for Living Lightning. That was satisfying. That was satisfying. I enjoyed it. I would do again. Would do again. That's pretty good for clearing corridors. Now that I know that that's good, I might actually use that later on in the future. I wonder what it does to Broodlords. That's all that I really care about at this point, because Broodlords are like the bane of my existence at this point in the game. The only thing the only thing that really screws me up are little hallways, like where it's got, like in the last level, where like everybody died in that hallway. Exact same thing. Although technically the flame guy could have made it out. I just picked the wrong course of action. I'm pretty sure it cheated. I'm almost positive I know how to count squares. Maybe I missed the corner he cut, but I thought I counted the corner. But anyways, I should have fired up, then fired right. That would have left him with 1 AP to turn around. At which point he could have made a sprint for it on the next turn. If indeed, in fact, he may have actually killed the one on the right when he attempted that. So he could have made it in the last mission. I'm actually sort of disappointed that I messed that up because it was actually a fairly obvious choice. But in the heat of the moment, I panicked. I panicked and I messed it up. I tried to make a run for it. I tried to do something unspace marine-y, and I ended up getting killed because of it. It kind of disappoints me that I can't use lightning more than once in like a turn or in an entire battle. That's a little bit of a downer to me. There's only 8 Genestealers left. God. You would think though, like we clean all these areas out and then they just keep coming. So what's the point in just like sitting here farming them? Obviously they breed pretty quickly, right? Probably should just move on to the next objective in my opinion. IMO. You can't make that shot? Why can't you make that shot? You disappoint me, you know that? You disappoint me. Oh, I can Living Lightning again? Woo! I'm gonna do Living Lightning again then. Not on this guy though. I'll probably just shoot him. Yep, just gonna shoot him. Right in the side of his ugly little nid head. Honestly, I don't really know what Tyranid aesthetics are all about. He might be considered one of the most gorgeous Tyranids, and I would never know the difference. I'd be like, okay. That's like telling me that, like, I don't know, a potato bug is beautiful. They're like, this is the most beautiful potato bug I have ever found. And I'm like, I don't think that potato bugs are capable of aesthetic beauty. I'm pretty sure that they're unkillable, unless you step on them. I mean, they're pretty tough. They're hard to destroy. But at the same time, I think the cost for that was that they had to be real damn ugly. Real damn ugly. 4 Genestealers left. Where are they? They're just like bypassing their turn. They're like, oh, we have to go over there. The leveler never end. But if we go over there, they're going to kill us. Ah, storyline armor. Come on. Is that one of the flesh hook ones? No, it's a rending claw. Okay. I get really paranoid about some of these Genestealer variants. They bother me because they do unexpected things and like ruin your run. Like you'll have like a perfect run going and then you'll just miscalculate once and that'll be it. Is he just gonna like stop moving? Yeah, there it is. Alright, so the mission is over. Let's look at our level ups. I can't imagine anybody's gonna get like too substantial an amount of XP. Bagarth, Meganbjorn, Trigvi, Thostjalf. Ask killed 30 people. That's really good for Ask because I need him to level up even further. I love having a super awesome... Oh, good. He was replaced by Vidar, who is also level 1. Awesome. It's like somebody was trying to spell like visor or something, then missed 2 keys. My name is Vidar. Don't question it. Alright, so I think that pretty much leaves me... Well, we'll do level ups right now. And then after we do level ups, then we will continue. Hold on here. Let's take a look. Who got dinghies? Oh, you got dinghies. More ballistic skill. Nice job, Stigner. Nice job. You made it. You made it, pal. He leveled up, so he's got 4. More ballistic skill. That's like the rallying cry of Warhammer 40k Space Hulk. Like, more range skill. Because frankly, if anything gets near you, you're going to die anyways. Even like the best weapon in the game, you've got like a 50-50 shot. Like, that sword is so ridiculously awesome. It is energized diamond. Explain what that is. Does that mean that it just like vibrates slightly? So it's kind of like a vibro blade in Star Wars? With its cortosis weave? Oh god. I don't suppose that Stigner can do anything awesome, like with the fact that he cannot. You can get a combi bolter plasma at level 8. That'd be pretty awesome. I look forward to it. It seems exciting. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but it seems pretty awesome. Alright, well I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Warhammer 40k Space Hulk. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye, everybody. Hi-do.